When it comes to trading, losses are inevitable. The funny thing is, when it comes to avoiding losses, people put the utmost focus and try to figure out how they can avoid it completely, which is very important. But nothing is unavoidable. Nobody's perfect. And the biggest mistake that I did when I was many, many years ago, and a lot of people do now, is they forget that they also need to focus on how they can manage losses as well. This is a very complex subject, dealing with losses, because it's different for every single person, because we perceive things in different ways, we feel things in different ways, we think about things in different ways. But one of the biggest keys for me is I realized that a lot of things when it comes to trading all deal with perspective. I realized this is one of the most important things that's caused my success, because I take complex things and make it simple. And it's not just because I have a great mind for that. No, not by any means. It's because I put my perspective on things that are important and I make it simple for myself. So complex things are very simple. So one thing I want to point out is the way I think about trading itself. I've personally seen it as two different ways. The first, and both of these are going to sound cheesy, but the first is art, and the second is as a sport. The way I think of it as an art is basically me trying to perfect my craft, right? I think of trading as a skill and as a talent, and each and every trade I take, I want to make it better than the last one, and I want to make each one a masterpiece. So I like to focus on what I did right and what I did wrong. And when it comes to sport, right, or athletics, the reason I think of it like this is because practice makes perfect, right? And sports, that's all. That's one of the most important things. I used to play soccer, and I used to love playing soccer, and I used to be on the varsity team, and I remember how important practice was. And one important thing when it comes to sports is I realized to be the greatest winner, you also have to be the greatest loser. Now, being the greatest loser doesn't mean you just put yourself in situations where you lose, but it more means that you have to be able to learn from your losses. Now, the important thing is, tying back to what I said earlier, people are different. Everybody's different. We all have different thought processes. We all have different situations, and one important thing to figure out is what kind of account you have. What type of way have you been trading? Because in my mind, there's three situations. You either have the rare but nice growing account, right? You have a count that usually is break even, or you have an account that ends up unfortunately having consistent losses. Now, these dumb drawings that I drew are nothing more than just a brief example of what, a profit or loss chart would be for those kind of accounts. Now, if we were to focus on this account right here, this is a very rare case, but honestly, if traders really focus and they try to observe, understand, learn from their losses, they eventually, after some time, whether it be 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is, they start having a slowly growing account, and they become profitable, they become consistent. But the funny thing is, a lot of these type of people focus on these areas. They just focus on the losses. And the funny thing is that's not really the best way for that kind of account to learn from that loss. The best way, I think, to learn from an account like that, from when it comes to losses, is figuring out what was different compared to these trades. What was different? What made the differences for when you were doing so good? Because why would you focus on the tiny parts when you should be focusing on the big parts? That's the main story here. Now, let's say we go to an account or a trader's account that struggles to get above break even. There's your starting point, they end up being around here, which is close to break even, right? Sometimes it just takes perspective to kind of figure out what's going on and at least make a plan in trying to become a better trader. A trader that usually has an account like this is usually one that does not stick to many rules, does not have a trading plan. There's many things, right? There's always different reasons for different outcomes. But maybe when it comes to an account like this, the focuses have to be right here. What causes these rejections or these losses to the downside? Because how come this trader is able to, you could say consistently bring their account up, more than a few times, and then lose it all away? I personally feel most traders are stuck in this situation compared to any other. Because, at first, unfortunately, yes, people deal with losses similar to an account like this. But once they start getting a little bit hang of things, the biggest thing they always had to face is greed and just repeated mistakes. And those repeated mistakes always puts them back on the progress they made. So coming down to the last type of account that you can look at is unfortunately the account that a lot of novice traders have, where it's just red. They're just losing a bunch of money. And this is always going to be the hardest account to try to find the right perspective on, because you're new to this. So can you really expect yourself to formulate the right type of plans, make the best decisions? I mean, realistically, no. So the only things you can figure out is you have to unfortunately focus on your losses. You have to be strict. You have to think, why and what am I doing that's causing such bad decline in my profits? Because you might have a few times where you do great, but you have to figure out, okay, those few times where I have profitable trades, profitable days, or profitable weeks, are those just me getting bailed out? Am I getting lucky? Am I doing the same bad habits I'm doing in the the losses, and I just get bailed out on the good days, right? You have to figure that out, because if you don't figure out if your plans are good, but you're just not sticking to everything you should, versus your plan is just ultimately bad and some days you're getting bailed out, then you're going to end up having and continuing to have an account chart like this. No one wants to be in this kind of situation. No one even wants to be in this, because this itself, even though you could say is better than this kind of account, a losing account, this account is very demoralizing. It's not that great to see yourself making progress and finding yourself falling back repeatedly over and over and over again. It's unfortunate to see, because I've been on Discord for 7 or 8 years now, maybe 9, I'm not sure at this point. And obviously in my 11 years of trading, I went through my fair share of obstacles and learning points, but I just don't see anybody anymore putting things in perspective. Trading has been more of a get rich quick scheme. And even if you don't exactly think of it like that, if you look at your trading, most of the times it actually suggests that. Getting into riskier trades, oversizing, over leveraging, being too greedy when you shouldn't be greedy. There's so many things you could just look back at and think, hey, that's not right. And one thing that's also very important as well is you need to find the right balance between being strict and fair. Because if you're too strict, you're never going to admire what you do right. And that's very important, because if you figure out what you do right and you praise yourself for doing what you do right, then you can be more fair and you'll stick on to what you do right. And when you are strict while being fair, you'll be strict when you do stuff wrong, but when you do stuff right, you are going to cause yourself to feel good. And when you feel good and when you embed it in your brain that what you're doing is right and you should do more of that, the more and more will that second voice in your head appear before every single trade you take. The voice that says, hey, is this right? Am I rushing into things? There's no reason to just push yourself to make these mistakes over and over again, when we can just understand that we will make mistakes, but we have to make sure we apply ourselves and understand our faults so that we can attempt and make a stronger attempt to not replicate those mistakes and to turn around the trading accounts we have. There's a lot more I can say to this, but I just want to keep this very brief. I hope that makes sense to you guys, and if it didn't, at least I hope that it's causing you to think about what you could be doing right and what you could be doing wrong, and make a better plan when it comes to trading. Because if you're going to always treat trading as a video game and as a gambling thing, then you're always going to be the gambler. But if you treat it as something that could potentially cause you to have income, whether it's side income, main income, whatever it is, if you want trading to be life-changing or just beneficial in your life, you have to work to be the house. Because the house always wins, and the gambler always loses. And in my 11 years, this has been proven right more than, I don't know, more than you could count. Hope you guys have a nice weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Thank you. Peace.